Give me a jet. If I said, you don't have to tell me where you get your information, but if I said to you, this blank guy is going to work, and it may work quick.
I'll give you two guys that I believe will work and work quick is Caleb Williams and Bo Nix.
Interesting. Caleb Williams and Bo Nix. So let's start with Bo, because that may surprise people. Why is that going to work quickly?
You're with a coach that has always had success with quarterbacks, and he started so many games in college.
Yeah, 61. That's crazy.
He started so many games in college.
It's like 4 years.
Like every year, and then the COVID year.
By the way, 2 conferences. So he had a bunch of different coordinators. So, I mean, Bo Nix has dealt with 3 coaches, 5 coordinators, 2 conferences.
He's going to be successful because he's seen a lot. He's ready to play right now. And you're with a coach that has proved I can win with almost anybody. I mean, Sean Payton was winning games with Teddy Bridgewater, Taysom Hill, and at a high level.
Yeah.
And so I believe Bo Nix will be fine. He has Troy Franklin, a familiar face as a receiver that he played with in college.
Also, for the record, I think Mims and Cortland, I think Cortland Sutton, he may be a lower end one, but I love Cortland.
I mean, he kind of held out. He wanted more money, which I didn't understand.
But he's a good player.
But he's a good player. But Bo Nix I believe he's going to play well. I mean, if you look at the amount of starts he had in college, very rarely would a guy with this many starts at the highest level of college football in the SEC in the Pac-12, which was the best conference last season, I believe he'll be successful. And Caleb Williams, it just speaks for himself.
Yeah.
Dude can just play. And
you know LSU well. I think Jaden Daniels has a little Lamar Jackson. I think he's probably more refined at this point in his life in the pocket, but not quite as fast. What is he, a little thin? What do you make of it?
Jaden Daniels can play, man. Trained with us the entire last year. I mean, Jaden Daniels probably 210 pounds.
Okay.
When Jaden first started, probably 175.
No, at Arizona State, his helmet looked too big.
He's accurate. You want to play with him as a player, the way he carries himself. You want to play with him, a personable dude. The only concern I would have is with Dan Quinn being a defensive coach, is he going to be making some of the calls? Meaning, hey, I just want to run the ball here. We'll punt the ball. And, yeah, he's not calling a play, but you technically are calling the play. Just what kind of leash are you going to have? Are you going to let him play, or are you going to try to play game safe and hope your defense can win it? And so that may be my only concern.
I heard Cliff Kingsbury really pushed hard with the number 2 pick. That Cliff was like, that kid's good.
When you look at the improvements that he made each year in college is remarkable. If LSU has a good defense, they're playing in the college football playoff last year.
Yeah.
He was that good last year. And so you statistically was better than what Joe Burrow did. Joe Burrow just had a ton of NFL guys on defense, whereas Jaden Daniels didn't.
Right.
And you can look at it and say, man, this guy's going to play. We know 2 or 3 of these guys aren't going to play well. But if I had to pick 2, it would be those guys because of the situation that Bo Nix is in. And you look at the weapons that Caleb Williams have and that he has to play with. And Chicago's defense was very good down the stretch last season.
Excellent. T.J. Houshmandzadeh, he'll be on Speak today at 5 Eastern on FS1. Great seeing you as always, buddy. Always great.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
But this one's for Pat.